Good morning, everybody. So this is a different view. This is my craft room. We're going to do a little craft room tour today. I don't know if you can see, and you're going to see my nasty carpet because we're in the process of changing it. But down here, you can see my two little kitties. I don't know if you're going to be able to see her little paw come out, but anyway, there she is. Yeah, she hates the door closed just as much as Leonidas hates the door closed. So there she is. So you may hear some scratching until I open the door, but my husband's upstairs working, and I didn't want you to kind of hear him working. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to try to do this. I'm hand holding my phone. So we're starting at the door, and I have all my ribbons. Let me see if I can do this. I have all my ribbons on these drapery hooks here. So, and then on some big eye hooks and then hung on the door. I got this idea. I think it was Anne Melvin, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember, but if I can find the video, I will. Anyway, she did this, and I was like, it's a game changer. It is super cool. I can just come over, pull, I don't even have to pull the ribbon off. I can just cut the length that I want, and you're like, she's so silly. I can cut the length I want, and it's all still contained, and it kind of looks like a jumbled mess, but it's really not. And my husband lovingly calls these my unicorn tails. So we thought that that was funny, my unicorn tails. And my 7-year-old niece loves them as well, as does Miss Penelope Kitten, loves these. She can kind of sit. I have a storage unit over here, and she can kind of sit on that and play with the ribbons. They're pretty tight in there, and they don't come off very easily, so I don't mind her playing with them. So then we're going to turn this way, and there's my light switch. And if you don't already know, my favorite holiday is Halloween. Um, and so I always have a touch of Halloween in my craft room all year long. Anyway, it's just my favorite holiday. So I have my skull and my skull candle holder, and then my coffee fund, and lots of little tchotchkes, and my big llama up there, and lots of little fun things up there. And then you see my sewing machine, and this is a new addition. I got one of these carts from Michael's the other day, and it is fabulous. Like, I drank the Kool-Aid, let's put it that way. I finally drank the Kool-Aid, and I actually ended up getting another one. I loved it so much, but I will show you. Let me walk, and like I said, I'm trying not to make you sick. So anyway, these are the two jars are projects that I'm gonna put in my shop. They're actually bookbinding kits, and I'm gonna decorate the jars. And so yeah, there's thread in there, and needles and thimbles, and my son, I don't know if I can do this with one hand. So you're gonna get a couple of bone folders and a ruler. Let me see. Like I said, let me see if I can do this with one. Maybe I can turn it. Anyway, you'll see in there this little tiny bookbinding cradle that he made. It's about, I don't want to say 4 inches, 6 inches. And basically, I'm going to make little journal kits and little, like mini journals. So, and then you see my candy, because craft rooms always have to have candy. But I will tell you what I did with these drawers. So, in this first drawer is all the stuff. Like I said, it's not, definitely not organized. This is a working craft room. I did not organize for you guys. My craft room is always clean, because I just don't even know why. I can't stand a messy craft room. But anyway, these are this is my project cart. So I always have 3 or 4 projects going on at once just so I don't get bored. Anyway, this is for a swap that I'm doing, and she was, it's the Cupid, I think it's, I'll have to get the hashtag right. I think it's Cupid's Arrow Swap. My partner is into like romantic. She said she really liked romantic. And so these are all the papers and stuff that I have chosen for her kit. And then in the back, I have just, and of course, I'm not going to be, just tags and stuff. Oops, sorry. Just tags and stuff. So that's the first drawer of the romantic journal. And then the second drawer is the journal itself. So it's a flip-flop journal, and I've already had it put together. And I am going to, I am going to do a video on this, guys. I know I said I was going to do this flip-flop journal videos, but I have not been feeling great this week again. I am really not sure what's going on with me. I've been to the doctor, and I'm still coughing a little bit. I honestly just kind of don't know what's wrong. So this is the second project in my project cart. And then the next drawer down, the 2 next drawers down, I'm going to squat down and see if I can do this. The 2 next drawers down are Valentine's Day stuff. So all my Valentine's Day, and I have like spoons and little, I just got some stuff from Michael's the other day. So lots of Valentine's stuff. Oh my God, you should see the kitten. She's so stinking funny. She hates this. And then I think this is my third project. And this is, was actually my girlfriend's Christmas present. I am super close there. This was actually my girlfriend's Christmas present, and she wanted a Dalmatian journal. And so I did 101 Dalmatian journal. I think I showed that on one of my videos, and it's still a work in progress. I told her I wanted it to be super special, so I'm working on that as well. And then the next drawer down is empty, which is fabulous. I love empty drawers. That means I can grow. And then this drawer, this has to be put away, but this is my scraps. So I have red, orange, pinks, and then whites. And then the next drawer down is yellows, greens, and blues. And then the next drawer down is purples and browns and blacks and just like golds and bronzes and multicolors. So there's that. And then this drawer has just Halloween. I didn't know what to do with that. And then the wheels to the carts. I didn't put the wheels to the carts on there. So I just have to put those away. So once again, an empty drawer, which I love. So then we're going to come up. And then the first part of my desk is my sewing machine. I just got this for my birthday. I love it, and it is kind of only for paper, which is really funny. Like, my girlfriend was like, wow, you got a really nice sewing machine for paper. But I wanted all the stitches and stuff. I had seen a video on, from someone who, she had tons of stitches on her sewing machine, and she put them in her journal, and I just thought that was so much fun. So I will tell you, I'm gonna pan over my desk, my cup of coffee. I got this desk on Facebook Marketplace for free. Yes, for free. My whole room is pretty much thrifted, and thrifted or very minimal money was put into it. So anyway, that's my desk, and I painted it. It was a it's wood, but it's I know it was very shiny and stuff, and actually I have to kind of repaint it and redo the things, but Mr. Leonidas loves to climb on my desk, and his little claws kind of pull it up, but he's getting old and he doesn't do that anymore, and the baby kitten hasn't done that yet, so we're good. So let's go down to this drawer. So this opens up here like this, and I have my my cutters, and then I have a miscellaneous and my planner supplies, and those are just IKEA's. And honestly, there's not really much. I mean, the planner supplies is just old, so there's just miscellaneous stuff in here, decals, stuff like that I didn't kind of have a spot for. So that's kind of where all that stuff goes. And then my planner supplies are just old, holy goodness, dividers and stuff like that for the seasons, and because I decorate my planner for the seasons. So yeah, so that's that. And then all my cutters are there, and then just a clipboard is that. So that is that drawer. And we'll climb that. I'm gonna change hands here. Let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna change hands. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna open this drawer, and this is kind of a catch-all drawer, and that is all my digitals that I have printed out, and the ones that are curved actually just came out of a upright bin, a book bin, and so that's why they're bended, yes, bended, is that the word? Oh my goodness, it's early in the morning. Anyway, that's why they're bent, not bended, bent, and so I'm trying to straighten them out, but honestly, I cut them up, so it's not really a big deal. And then underneath, let's see if I can pull this out a little bit further. And then underneath my gloves is just more stamps that kind of need to get put. I didn't have anywhere else for them, and I'm thinking about putting them in these other bins over here so that I can just grab them easily. And I think that that's what my goal is today, is to get these out of this drawer, so that as I grow with my digital printing, I can put my digitals in this drawer and get my stamps to where I can get to them easily. So then I just have, like I said, a small little tripod and more stamps down this way. And I think there's some candy in there too, but that's that drawer. So then let's come back up. Like I said, I'm trying not to make you guys sick. I'm hoping, like I said, if this is not good, then I'm not gonna post it. So then we have my buttons, my button container, lots of buttons. And this is where I put my ribbon scraps. So this just comes off like that. And those are all my ribbon scraps. And if I need a scrap of something, it's in there. And then I have my bows remote. And then that's my label maker. And and I love that label maker. You can see that I've labeled all my drawers. So these are stamps, but these are my business cards are in there. And then I have, it says stamps, and it's just my date stamp and my handcrafted by Liz stamp that I put on things. So, and then just a thing of super glue. So yeah, that's what's in that drawer. And then cleaning cloths and candy cups, which are just just these candy cups are in there. I bought a whole mess of them when I was doing some swaps. And then just beads. So I actually, this is my watch band. One of my watch bands I tucked in here because I change it out. So yeah, it was just a whole thing of beads that I tend not to use. Sometimes we hoard things, as you all know, and my goal this year is to be intentional. That's my word of the year, is intentional, and just using the stuff I have and all of that. So, oh, my cup of coffee. Always have to have a cup of coffee. And so now we go into my ATG gun, my Big Bite, and my watch charger. And then back there is just all my, cutters and pliers, and there's obviously a nail file and a ruler, and there's my big rulers are there. So this is all that's kind of in front of me when I'm crafting. So there's my corner chomper and my, my crocodile, and then my big pair of scissors gets hung there. And then we come over here and I have more, this is a tourney tourney holder, and like all my stuff is in there. So, and then back there, that in that spray bottle is my coffee with some alcohol in it so it doesn't get moldy. You do have to watch that. Everyone, I'm gonna move this out of the way. You do have to watch that because it will go moldy if you do that. Yeah, so I just watch that and make sure, and then I spray it, and then I can spray my stuff and dry it with my heat tool. So my glue gun, my Ryobi, I love that thing. I love that thing. It lasts, the battery lasts forever. I can have it on for a few hours, and the battery lasts. My husband also has Ryobi tools, so it's really nice because we have them out in the garage, and I can just run out and grab another battery, and it's fabulous. So I do recommend that. So let's go up and show you my shelves. So I have tags and label refills and findings and fasteners, and then the last two are Prima flowers, and I will tell you what they are. They are bakery boxes, and if I can link the video, I don't know if I watched the whole thing. I got, oh my God, she's using bakery boxes. They are amazing. So you will see a couple of them are bent from where I'm grabbing them. But what I did to rectify that was I actually I stabilized them so that now when I grab them, they're hard and firm. So you get 50 of them for literally like $15, and they hold all my stuff, and they're pink, and you can get them in many different colors to match your decor, and I highly, highly, highly recommend those. And you can see right here, they are hanging over a little bit. Oh, that's not focused. You can see them hanging over a little bit right there, and they're pretty good so far, but I do really have to kind of rectify that. They can't go up any higher because I can't reach because I'm only 4'11". So, oh, and there's my sign. I told you I was going to put that sign up that said ink your edges, and I do. It's right in front of me. So yep, ink my edges, and I have still a hard time with that. So in this bin, which is not labeled, which that is my job today after this video, is to label all these bins, is my vintage seam binding lace. So yeah, my vintage seam binding lace. I got that at Goodwill for like $3. I got that whole bin. So, and then this is project digitals, and I do need to find a better way to store them because obviously they're bending too, but they're in plastic right now, which kind of keeps them held up, which is nice. And then this is parchment papers and my card, oh, what do you call them? My card oh, hello, recipes, you know, my card recipes. This bin is just papers and pads. I can bring it down. So basically, it's just napkins and pads. So I have a few napkins. I have coffee filters. I have pads. I have another little envelope. I have gift boxes and labels and stuff like that. And then this is a recipe index, little recipe book my mom made me. And then this is my creative memories ruler that goes in there because I have no other spot for it. It doesn't fit in the bins that I showed you before. And then this is all my coffee. Oh, sorry guys, I know I'm shaking the camera. And this is all my coffee dyed papers. And then this is my fuse tool, and I have tons. My girlfriend for Christmas, not 2023, but 2022, gave me a whole bag, like a huge, I think it was bigger than a gallon size Ziploc baggie, one of those huge Ziploc baggies full of bows, and I'm slowly working through them. She said she got them at the thrift store, and I thought that that was funny. And then letter writing is just all my wax seals are in there. And then up there is my metallic, like Rub and Buff kind of stuff, but not Rub and Buff, a different brand. And then I have a couple of jars, and then this is just my cleaner. And then over here are my tchotchkes. That little terracotta thing was from a restaurant from my birthday one year. So yeah, it's just my tchotchkes. And then up there is just more memorabilia and stuff like that. And my son and his fiance, my husband back there, and then my painted dog. So anyway, that's that side. And then we're gonna move over, and I got those puffball black puffy things from Dollar Tree, and I hung ribbon down from them. So they are just kind of, they go across the top, but then I hung black ribbon from them, and I put my cards that I receive on them. So yeah, and then my light and my witch and another skull that my husband brought me from Mexico. He used to travel to Mexico quite frequently, and I have like little Mexican pottery kind of all over. My L for Liz, that shelf, that bunting right there is from a swap I did. And then there's my embellishments, my son when he was 7 in his lacrosse gear. And then the pink box is wipes. And then you see this little, more little tchotchkes up there. And then I have score tape and pop dots and erasers and obviously finger savers. And you can see, also that's where I keep my needles. And then my clips. And so yeah, and then my iPad is in front of me always. And let's go over here. And this I just got yesterday at Target. It was $5. I thought it was really cute, and it matched my room really well. So I just have my bookbinding cradle and my pencil sharpener and my little cutting tool and my vacuum, and then all my glues at the top. And that video is coming. That glue, that ultimate glue, wet glue video is coming. And this is how I keep my glues. So I have Fabri-Tac and I have Elmer's in the other bottle. And then what I do is that these are liter bottle, like from soda or from my seltzer water. And then anyway, I keep it upside down on paper towels, and it's fabulous. It works so well. You're just grabbing and throwing it back in. Honestly, it's the best thing ever. I can't recommend it enough. It works great. You do have to change out the paper towel or napkins or whatever you're using to keep your water wet. And as a matter of fact, the Fabri-Tac, you can see I need to change it out today. But I only have to change it out about once every probably 3 or 4 weeks, and then it does start getting hard, and it also starts getting, obviously you can see moldy. So I need to rectify that. That honestly wasn't even there yesterday, so that's how fast it went. And then this little tiki cup is where I keep my, so this one, these are extra or old, old wipes. So it's just a bin of old wipes. This one is for my coffee dyeing. Sometimes I get residue, so this one I keep to scoot the residue off my coffee dyed papers. And then these are to dab glue with, so I keep those in there. And then I just have a little, it's what I use for my glue, spreading my glue. And then this is my glue book and my Tim Holtz mat. And then back there is fabrics that I use on the regular. It's white and tan, and there's some potato sack bags in there. And so that's not all of my fabric, obviously, but fabric that I use frequently. And then I have a Pyrex, an old antique Pyrex bin full of my paper clips and a couple of, or a thing of jute and bookbinding, bulldog clips and all of that. So that stays right there on my desk. And then in these are all my rusted elements, paper clips and Regal clips from Kathy over at Rust Paper Scissors. And there's rusted staples in the bottom one and rusted bulldog clips in the bottom one. This one has just all sorts of tags in it that kind of look like this, tags that I've made, so I can just grab and go, and that's what is in that top one. In this little one, I had bought these cabochons, or resin cabochons for a project I was doing for my niece that I never got to, so I still have to do that. Anyway, so these are little candies and stuff like that. And then I just have, my girlfriend knows I really like llamas, so she got me some llama clips, so those are in there as well, and that just sits up there. And then in the bottom is just let me see if it'll focus. There we go. Just no letters, letter beads is in there. And then down here is stuff that my son has made, and he painted these mushrooms for my mushroom journals. And then I have some fairies, and then I have some dragon egg, more fairies that he did on his 3D printer. So that kind of stays there for my fairy journals. And then in this one is little glass bottles that I use for my dragon and my fairy journals. I usually fill these with glitter and glue them shut so that I don't glitter bomb anybody. And then there's just an old bracelet that is kind of broken that I may use for some things, and some chain, and that's what's in that one. So this is all, like I said, right at my fingertips. And then I have my label maker, my old-fashioned label maker, which I love. And this is my stapler. Oh, that's my cuticle oil. This is my stapler for my rusted paper clips. My rusted staples are in there. And then these are glue dots. And then these are all my threads that I use for bookbinding. So they are in there. That is not an all-inclusive list, but, or that not all-inclusive, but it is a few that I use regularly. And then back here, I'm not sure why these are in here, but I just have my winter sequin mix. And then this one is just winter elements back there. So that is what's in that one. So I will probably end up putting those away soon. And then this is just my spoon that I use to do that with. And then these are my Distress Oxides. I have the only Distress Oxides I own are Vintage Photo, and I did finally get a new one, and that's Ground Espresso. And those are my two blending brushes. These are washi's stamps that I use. Not regularly, but they're in there for some reason. These are big staples. These are the tiny attacher staples. These are labels, and more labels back here. That's that side. And then we come down to here, and we have my AirPods that I normally have in when I do a video, because I think the voice quality is better, but I did not do that today, and you can hear the garbage truck outside, so I apologize. He's in. And these are my, I meant to tell you, these are my vintage glass little trays that I use. So then I just keep my acrylic blocks for stamping, and this stamp I use quite frequently, so it's always out, and it's just a little splatter, and I love it. And it is 1997 Stampin' Up, so that was when I was a demonstrator all sorts of years ago, like 1997, and forever ago. And then this is just, I use this tray for tags and stuff that I'm working on for projects. So this is for that shabby chic flip-flop journal that I'm doing for that swap. So this is all the elements that I'm using in there. And like I said, I'm going to do a video on this probably after this if I feel like it. And then we come this way, and this is a bin that I just recently acquired. And this is more, this is elements that I can use. There's like a little butter thing for tags. And so this is just elements I can use in my journals. There's paper bags and stuff like that. And then in this one is just more elements I can use in my journals. The reason that they're in here, let me see if I can, no, that's white. The reason that they're in here is because I take them to the cabin with me. So these are kind of my travel labels and travel ephemera that I use when I go to the cabin. And then this is my sheetrock tape, which I make my snippet rolls with. And then this back here is just fabric, same fabric that's in there, it's just travel size. And then this is my scraps that I keep in that, and that is the only scrap bin. That I shouldn't say it's the only one, but that is the one I grab the most. I have a couple of other ones, but this is the one I grab the most. And then playing cards and my two alcohol markers that I use for, let me see if there's, I'm trying to see if there's name on it. This is Wise brand, and I got them off of Amazon, and they are actually pretty good, but there's no name on it. But this is the color, if I can, let's see if it'll focus. That's the color So I use this color, and I use this color for making vintage tape, and I found that those two colors are the best. So there's that. And then this right here is my fine art section, and I do paint and watercolor and all that. So that's my fine art section. There, I have my acrylic paint tubes in here, and my acrylic paint tubes in here. And then up here is, in this bin, is my watercolors, and then just my rags. And then these are all sketchbooks, my Zentangle, my gesso, and my other paintbrushes. And the big tall paintbrushes are back there. And then this is, the little kitty cats are vintage cats from my great aunts. So they are probably from the 30s. And they live right there, and they have a little pom-pom hanging off their thing because it looks like they're playing with it. So, and then that's where my stencils live. I don't have a huge variety of stencils. I really don't. And then my Cricut mats, which I barely, I mean, as a matter of fact, my Cricut is in my closet because I just don't use it. I thought I was going to be a Cricut crafter, and it just wasn't for me. I didn't like working on the computer. So anyway, that is there. And then these are just some swaps that I got. So they are up. And then this is my new addition. Oh, the sun is coming out. Hopefully the lighting is okay. This is my new typewriter, little vintage brother that I got from eBay. I think if you all remember, I ended up getting a We Are Memory Keepers pink typewriter for Christmas, and it was broken. And I thought, you know what? If it's broken and it's brand new, I don't want to deal with another possibly broken typewriter, and I didn't like the way it typed, and so I'm not sure if it was just because it was broken that it typed kind of crappy, but it did, and I sent it back, and I ended up getting this one, and I absolutely love it. And the nice thing about it is it comes with a cover, and it's so small I can bring it to the cabin with me if I want. So that was my Christmas present that I had to wait for. And then down here in this drawers are all my mixed media stuff. So it's my paints and more watercolors and my gel mat, and then masking tape and more sheetrock stuff that I use for texture. And these are fun. These are paint markers that you can fill with your own paint. It's very cool. And the kitties are ringing the doorbell. Isn't that funny? They're ringing the doorbell. So, and then this one down here, like I said, I'm trying not to make you sick, is all my paper. So all my paper is in here. So I have watercolor paper and mixed media paper. And then that's just my mat that I use for mixing my paints. And then I have huge pieces of paper, and just paper goes on and on and on in there. Let me see if I can get, so anyway, more black mixed media paper. And these are my watercolor pencils are in there for some reason. So yeah, that is what's in that drawer. And then this drawer is just my mailing supplies. So it's all my thank you letters over there. And then my cellophane bags and my business cards and my thank you stickers and all that for my shop. So that is that. And then over there in the corner are my quilting rulers, which I don't really use too much anymore. Sometimes I do use them for paper. but I don't use my rotary cutter. I use my straight blade for that. So I'm gonna try to get off the floor now. So, and then you go into my closet. Let me show you my closet. And that is my pink men's dress shirt that I use for when I'm painting. It's my smock. And then kind of, let me move that out of the way. Oh, sorry people. Anyway, so these are all my papers and my books, my Reader's Digest books and other books and magazines. And then up there is just boxes and fabric up in the top that I don't use all the time. It's like vinyl fabric and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. But someone gave it to me and I'm like, oh, it's pretty, but I'm not sure. I may try to make a journal out of it, but like I said, it's vinyl, so I'm kind of debating. And then the top bin is honestly 12 by 12 vinyl that I just don't use anymore because it's for my Cricut. And then those are the only 12 by 12 papers I own, and all my white. And this is the only, that's it. That's the only cardstock I own. And then this down here is more white and craft and all that. That is rice paper. And then those are my books. And then you come down to this shelf, and that is all my extra bins, and it allows me to, oh, and one book. But those bins kind of let me grow, and if I need something to kind of put, you know, extra parts, extra pieces in, I have those available. And then this over here, move this out of the way again, is just my washi tapes. And like some of them honestly are empty. I tend not to use a lot of washi tapes, and these are all my planner clips in that one. And that's it. And then down here, oh, looks like Kitty was in here. Look at, oh my goodness, kitten got into my fibers. So we'll have to put that. Kitty got into my fibers. So this is just all my, oh my goodness, I'm still pulling. That is funny. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She really, oh man. Okay, there we go. There we go. So these are my fibers. These are crepe paper and my binding coils for my Zutter machine. And then all my extra adhesives are down there. And then that are all my bakery boxes and one book bin left over. And then just my Wi-Fi system is here in my closet. And then this stuff just needs to get put away. So my flat Reynolds, my Reynolds sheets, my parchment sheets go actually over there. And then I have a bin that has fallen. So let's go up here. This is stuff, I keep this bin here. This is stuff to be mailed out, some to my son, some to my niece. And yeah, so there's my other kind of, I guess it's not really ephemera, it's scraps, but it's more like scraps that I would use for, I mean, there's like spring scraps in there. There's some cardstock scraps in there. I tend not to grab that a lot, and I need to, but that's there. And then my Zutter bookbinding machine, which I love, which I got for $3 at the thrift store, and it's great. It's awesome. And then just a pillow box from Christmas, which needs to be put away. And then this bin here is stuff that I've finished. So there's some bows and some ladybug bows and another little book I've created, a paper bag journal, and some stuff over there. And these are just bows that are waiting to be put together. And then my lollipops. And this is some bling that I actually took out to put on my desk and forgot. So that's that. And then up here is my... Oh, the sun came out. Can you tell? The got really bright. That is my art bag, my fine art bag that I take to the cabin with me when I draw up in the meadow and stuff. And then these are just bags that kind of hold up there. So these are, this is all Halloween. So that is all Halloween. And then these book bins are full of little golden books. And then, like I said, I kind of just throw things in here, and I really, really need to clean it up. But everything else is pretty much clean. So I have, oh, I loved Jacques Cousteau when I was little. Anyway, we have Jacques Cousteau. So these are all just gutted book for book pages and glue books and all of that. Oh, I have some more beads over there. And then this is just my inventory for my shop. It's all my Halloween and fall and all of that for my shop. And then back there is the mess that is my back of my closet. So all of this is Christmas. So, and then this is just my boxes for my shop that need to get put away. And then my sewing machine cradle. And I think I got a little bit of, these are all my silk flower. I got a little bit of fall down there too. So these are all my silk flowers. And then just on this wall, sorry, it's really close, is all my Cricut and vinyl stuff, which, like I said, I don't hardly use anymore at all. So let's now try, so I don't make you sick, because I didn't go down into this drawer unit, which is kind of in my, it's not labeled. And I'm not going to go into the bottom drawer because this video is already 50 minutes. But basically, the bottom drawer is like my extra glue guns, my extra, not glue because that's over in the other thing, but just like Easter and little things like that in there. And then the second drawer up, this drawer right here, is like embossing powders that I'm not using, re-inkers. I do have some binder clips, like big binder clips and big binder rings in there, like for my ribbons. That's where that lives. And then my candy stash is in there. And then the top bin is honestly just office supplies. It's like extra pens, extra markers, tape, and index cards are down one side. So that's kind of that is what my closet looks like. And then you come out of my closet and you go this way. There's my easel and more bags hanging up. And obviously you can see how bright it is out. Beautiful sunny day in Ohio, but freakishly cold. The wind chill is -15 this morning, so it's very cold. 15 degrees, -15 degrees Fahrenheit. So, and this is kind of a mishmash right now. That is the plant with the flamingo in it is lovely deemed Lazarus, because he comes back from the dead quite frequently. He does. He, you know when it's time to water him, because he kind of melts in, like, I really shouldn't let him get that dry, but sometimes I do, and he does come back from the dead. So that is why we named him Lazarus. And then so this is just my table that I use for still lifes when I'm painting. And then down below is my yarn. which the kitten loves to play with. And then that is the only bin that I have for, obviously you can see the Nutri-Grain box, you can see the yellow pages. That is my junk bin, or my junk basket. And look, there's more string on the floor. My kitten gets in, she loves string, so she pulls string out whenever she can. Typical cat, right? Typical cat. So that is the only bin that I am allowed, and obviously it's overflowing, so I need to go through it and cull some stuff, because once that gets full, I need to get rid of some stuff, because I just feel like we get, oh, it's not focusing, there we go. We get so much stuff every day. Like, I just don't need to keep things. Like, we get so much junk mail and so many boxes, and I just feel like I don't need to keep stuff. I make that waste every single day, and you can just get bogged down with waste, seriously. As a matter of fact, that is too full for me. So that is my goal today, is to label my bins and to cull this. So this drawer unit is a brand new addition to my craft room, and honestly right now it just has stuff that needs to be put away in it. It has some let's see if I can do this. It has some it has my resin, my UV resin, and my Cricut cord, and then it has some this is what I use for going to the cabin. So they are in there. Pencil pouches. Could not think of that. And then on top is just my spools that I use for my snippet rolls, my apothecary jar. Like I said, I love Halloween, so you're going to see Halloween scattered throughout this room. I keep it forever, so I'm not sure why I love pink, but I also love the oranges and the greens and the purples and everything that goes with Halloween. So back there is just obviously my computer cords, and don't mind those. And then that right there is my studio light bag. And then I just have some more stuff there. And then the second drawer down, like I said, none of this is labeled yet. It's just boxes that I use for shipping. And then these are extra, or these are like shop. I have blank journals, which I'm going to be making a video on. So that is shop stuff inventory, and that is shop inventory. And that is really what's going in these drawers when I get them cleaned out, right? Like I said, I tend to clean and throw stuff in drawers and then like need to clean it back out again. So this bottom drawer here, if we can get to it, is all shipping and shop supplies. So my little my little foam beads and more foam beads and shred and all that. So this is just shipping stuff. And then we're gonna pan this way, and this is my computer desk. So I have two desks in this room. So this is my computer desk, and yeah, my light, my humidifier. So yeah, but this drawer unit is what I want to go into, and this is all my sewing patterns that my girlfriend got me for free, and my guest checks are in here, and then envelopes, and then my flashcards, and then I have a new receipt book, and I think that's it. So that's what's in. Oh, more books that need to get put away in the other bin. And then these drawers, like that one's not labeled, but these two are labeled. It's just fabrics. I don't have an overabundance of fabrics because like I said, I try to be even though it doesn't look it, I try to be a minimalist crafter and only get what I actually need. So, and then there's fabrics in there and laces and more fabrics. And this is going to be a journal. It's going to be so pretty. I can't wait to make that one. It's been in my head for months. And then this over here is Penelope and Leonidas's paw pillow that they sleep on. And then we're going to pan up. We're going to come over this way. And like I said, here's my Halloween. My ode to Halloween is here. And then these bins, that says adhesives, but these actually, all of them are empty. So I have room to grow. I'm excited. The only ones that aren't empty are these. And that is my sewing kit, my sewing clips, all that. And then there are, these three are the ones I take to the cabin. And it's just got more fabric in there and a journal that I work on only at the cabin. So that's what's in there. And then, like I said, all of those are empty except for that one. And that one is my thread, my cones, my cone thread stuff, the big, oh my gosh, the big cones of thread. So, and then my scale for weighing things. So yeah. And then, you know, just my desk, my my computer desk and all my tchotchkes over there. And then my printer is, and that's just stuff that I've made, stuff that my son's made. The little kawaii elements are just stuff I've got offline. And then this is my printer and all my printer paper, and it's my husband and I and my little bug. I used to have a VW bug, and Big Mac truck hit me and totaled it. So yeah. And then this is just my shelf, and I love Poppy, so you'll see lots of Poppy throughout my room. My girlfriend keeps me in Poppy, and those are my planners, and then just stuff and all my books. So yeah, and then just that, stickers for my planners, and then down there, one of them is empty and one of them is full of stuff that I need to go through. And the instant ink, which I highly recommend if you have an HP printer, get on instant ink. It is fabulous. They just ship it to you. You know, obviously if your printer is hooked up to the Wi-Fi, it sends the low ink alert to HP and they just ship it out. It is fabulous. And then this right here is the end. All my liquor bottles that I keep. I love them and I think they're funny. So it looks like I'm an alcoholic, but literally that's been over months. And then this is just the other drawer unit, which most of it is empty. I do have some bows that I made in there, and just dividers for right now, and then empty. Oh, that's my typewriter ribbon, and that is, I'm going to use that for bookbinding to reinforce. It is basically it is, let me see what they call it. It's basically packing tape, but it is, I'm going to use it to reinforce my spines for bookbinding. And then the rest are empty except for the bottom. Oh no, and this one. This one has like clothespins, and that one's empty. And this has Instax frames in it, which I need to start using. And then these are empty. And then this just has my coffee. Yes, it's old peppermint mocha that is in there, and I use that for coffee dyeing papers. And then that. So that is it. I hope it wasn't too horrible. We are at 59 minutes. I honestly did not think it was going to take that long, but it did. So I'm going to give you a pan around my room. There is my witch hat, all my poppies going this way. Oh, bright, beautiful sunny day. All my violin and one of my three-dimensional mixed media arts that I did. And yeah, so that is my room, people. Oh, and my chandelier. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too shaky and crazy. And oh, I never went through those bins. Those are just oh, not focusing. There we go. Those bins are just holiday, you know, it's got St. Patrick's Day, and these two bins I am going to do a video on. My girlfriend's mother-in-law passed away maybe last year, and she used to collect postcards, and they are from like the 1920s, 1930s, all the way up until probably the 80s. So very, very vintage postcards that I'm going to add to my shop. So I'm super excited about that. And then I didn't even go over what's under my desk, and just my carts are under my desk. Lots of random stuff under my desk, and my little stool that I put my foot up on. So this right here is all my my punches. Those are the only punches I own. And then back there is dies and embossing folders. And then in the bottom here, there's not really anything except a few paper pads. I just emptied that out. And then the bins you see hanging on the side of my Hudson cart are actually on there with shower hooks. And then you have my 6x6 paper and my envelopes and my card making bases. And then you have stickers, and all my stamps are right there. And then in this area right here are my stamps and my archival inks and my daubers, my finger daubers. And then down here I have my stickles, and these are my alcohol inks and crayons and like scribble, like wax crayons. All of that is down there. So I think that's it. Oh, and my studio lights are up there. So my husband just hung my studio lights, and they are fabulous. But today is a great day because it's nice and sunny. And then you come this way, and we are back at the beginning of my unicorn tales. So like I said, I hope you all enjoyed this video, my little craft room. Yes, there's a lot going on, but I love it. And yes, there's a lot of pink, but I feel like you can never have too much pink. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video.